We come in peace. We're gonna be playing with some lasers. It's lasers. Yes, it's that Friday feeling, and it's that Friday laser feeling. Yes, I've got all lasery. Yes, don't know why. Perhaps it's because I've got the Xtool in the house. Yes, it's the Xtool D1 Pro, golden red. Yes, it's a sexy, sexy, sexy thing. Why are we starting lasers and laser cutting and engraving? Well, there's a few reasons actually. Probably because in 2023, March is the most wettest month I've ever known in the UK, but that's okay. But there's also some models that are only CAD designs that you can't get them pre-printed or pre-cut out, lasered, whatever you like to call it. So we're going to use this. Now, I've never used one before, so it's going to be interesting. So let's get it unboxed and we'll have a chat. We don't want to be, you know, whatever. Let's open the box. Let's open the box. Hopefully you can see all this. As I say, this is the first time I've done a movie. Yes, in Hangar 2.0, so I don't know what's going to happen. We have got a couple of sexy, sexy looking books. Let's have a look, see what's in there. Just show you what, you know, what you're going to expect to see if you're after the laser and bits and pieces. Well, we've got a manual, the Bible. Now that looks really explanatory actually, so I will probably pause the video and have a read. Because it's a bit rude, isn't it, with me trying to read and you're over there waiting to see what's going on. Yes, what else is in there? Yes, there's another booklet in there. Oh, this stuff. Oh, look at that. There's a thank you note. Bless your cotton socks. The smart cutting machine. Hi, Xtool member. Blah, 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 blah. No stickers. What's going on? This is, yeah, all the things you can make by Xtool. I mean, yes, I mean, if you start looking at laser cutting and laser engraving, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do, not just cutting out aircraft balsa and wood and bits and pieces to build a plane. There's a lot of cool stuff, and I intend to do lots of cool fun stuff, especially with the weather as it is, because I can't get out and fly. Anyway, what's in this one? Another box, so excited. There's stuff. Oh yeah, I did see this. Now what they do, which is really cool, guess what it is yet? Okay, they give you like bits and bobs. So they give you like some cork, some metals, some wood, some ply, some aluminium, or over the river, aluminum. Is that thunder? Yes. So that's cool. We'll have a little play of that. So it's good because obviously you can, you know, not master it in a day, but get to see, you know, how it operates. There's plenty of videos out there. That doesn't make the quite same noise, really, does it? Never mind. Oh. Look at that. You want to see? Can you see? Look at that. I'm going to see it's all going to fall out. Look at that sexiness. Now that red and gold, does that remind you of something? Maybe. What have we got in here? So, there's lots of little... It's really well packed. Oh, it's solid. That feels absolutely solid. Like, you know, like you get some things and you get them out and they're like... They just feel a bit crappy. This feels good. It almost likes guitar. Yes. Yeah, so let's all get the bits out anyway. That one's a bit that's a not very good guitar, that one. So why is one tight and one is not? I don't know. Xtool, do you know? Oh, look. Shiny gold button. Okay, that's alright, and it's got a little kind of Wi-Fi. This is Wi-Fi now. When you first set this up, you have got to do it by a USB in your computer. It does work on PC and Mac, so if you've got either or, and you can download the software from Xtool's website. It's all very easy. It is really easy. There's some really cool, there's another cool side, and I suppose we've got the gear spinner. I don't know what you'd like to call it. What would you call that? Axle? I don't know. It's not a car, is it? And then we've got the laser holder, bridge, don't know, that goes in between, so that goes up and down and the laser goes along. That's pretty cool, huh? There's some cool stuff in here. And then we have got Come out! Come out! We have got a crunchy bag. Doesn't work. It's a laser! Yes. Oh, very cool, but also very dangerous. Do not go around like this in your eyeballs. Not a good idea. Not even if you're wearing glasses. You must be safe with this. It's very noisy. I think we put the noisy thing over there. Now we have got this as well with air assist, which I'll go through all bits and pieces in a minute. So we've got some peg shing. What is peg shing when it's at home? I don't know. We'll find out. We've got a few cables and we've got the power supply. It's the first time I've filmed in here, and suddenly it's not as much space as I thought it would be when I'm on the camera. It is, but it isn't. I don't know. I need a bigger hanger. Those of you who follow my journey are probably just laughing. Oh, what's this? Oh, another musical instrument. Oh, yes. It's a box of stuff. What kind of stuff? I don't know. Why are you asking me? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So what we got? We got some cable ties, coupley ties. We got an Xtool toolkit. Oh, yes. What do you get in here? Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, okay. You get all the screws. You get an SD card. What make is it? Doesn't say. Okay. You've got a screwdriver with a little kind of like fitty thing in it, so you can also, I don't know. Oh no, it's a hex drive. It's a hex, both double-ended. One end's a hex drive, the other one's a Phillips. Wicked. And that's it. That is really cool. How cool is that? How thoughtful of Xtool is that? That is so cool. You've got a tool, and then it does. Oh wow! Look at this. I didn't realise this. It comes with safety goggles. Now the reason, okay, they're safe. The reason I got my set, not only because they look good, and they remind me of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the new one, is that I can wear my glasses at the same time and it's not all, it's still perfectly. The last thing you want to do is put these on if you wear glasses and they're kind of falling off, because it takes one zap, game over. Do you see it? Charlie Chocolate Factory. You thinking? No? Okay. Maybe it's just my imagination. I don't know. Look at this. Look at this. Looks something. I don't know what it is. It just looks sexy. Don't think so? All they are, they're just stand-off feet, or they're just like, you know, just you can play with them, or pretend you're kind of like that, you know, Mr. Iron Man. Oh, hang on. Come on. Let's go for the full ensemble. And we're going for the thumb. Oh, can you fit on the thumb? Alrighty then. Now we have got our little shaft in here, so we'll put that to one side because we will be using that in a minute. Now basically it says that to not throw it about, and to first of all clip your coupler ties, the white ones only. Okay, I haven't really got a proper pair of side cutters, but you will need a pair of side cutters or scissors. Scissors will do, and make sure that you take the cable tie out. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll keep it. We'll keep it open. Yes, let's keep that open. But I was doing it the right way, so the motor is to my left if you're coming from the front. And it says basically they should slot together. So, okay. But it didn't really want to slot together, this is. I'm not sure if it's just a tight fit. I think it's probably just a tight fit. There you go. There you go. Now we can start putting the screws in as I'm going, I think, because otherwise I'm going to be a bit away, a bit of woo. Or should I just do that? Let's just do it how the manual is. I just can't make up my mind. Right, so it tells you that we're going to need 16. Well, first of all, we're going to need a cool Xtool screwdriver in the bag. Shame it doesn't say Xtool really. So it's got both ends, so we'll just push that in there, and there we go. There's a little hex drive, which is fantastic. Now we should have, I don't know what, it'd been nice if there was the small one. So these are all the small ones, so there should be 16. 16! There is actually 18, so I'm not sure why there's 18. Maybe that's a spare. But then we just go around, like this says here, just screw in all the screws. So let's me quickly do that. Done. Right, so there you go. So that was pretty simple, wasn't it? And now there is two that you don't screw into. If I can show you, there's an empty spot there and an empty spot there. Now that is for screwing into the tensioner. So you've got a tensioner to make this like ba-down. That one shows in here, blue tips ×2. Pretty simple, huh? And once again, you could go into here and use your hex drive, and in this tensioner there should be an oil, he says. There you go. Now you don't want to tighten these up too much. Even though I think this is because, oh, I see, someone's tightened it. There's a hex screw on the side. See that there? So this has been tightened. So presumably you tighten it and then you tighten this so it doesn't move again. So you've got the tensioner and then the screw. So I'm going to loosen that off, which is now, you saw that spring forward a bit, or you might not have, but it did. So with that tensioner screw, I'm not going to go too mad at the moment because we've got to do stuff, but I'm going to just do it so it's not loose. It's saying to connect the drive in the belt, and then we have got a connector. So if I show you this, in here you get a little connector. So what you do, you put half of it in that connector, and then the other half will be on the stepper motor. Yeah, the small end just below the PCB fits in to the bearing on the other side, and then this should be on here like so. And you'll see, I'm really sorry for the crappy shot. If I bring that, can you see that there? I'm sure you can. So obviously that doesn't reach. But if we put half and half like so, so I'll tighten our drive shaft, if that's what it's called. I don't know what they call it in there. They call it the stuff. They call it the shaft. Yes, the timing belt shaft. Right. Okay. So the timing belt shaft. Now before I do this, I do want to push this all the way to the end here, and I do want to push this all the way to the end here. Let me just, before I do that. Why? Because then when I tighten, right, so they're both up. Okay, and then if I now tighten on there and push that in there, they should be about the same, hopefully. I mean, they go together anyway, but I'd rather sort of them be up the same height, otherwise I've got to move it about. So with that pushed against the end, tighten these up. Now tighten them up good. You know, you don't need sort of like an Arnold Schwarzenegger on there, but tighten them up so they're, you know, they're not going to slip. Right, so now what we can do, we can just go and tighten the tension until we feel that they're about, you know, guitar. Let's put the right one in. That's the Phillips. So I mean, what does it say? I mean, does it say in the next page, sort of like, it says basically what I've just done. I've just shown you. So it's kind of a step ahead to the stepper motor. Boom, boom. Here's your week. This one here, right? So the cable that we got inside the packaging has got a wiry thing around it. Oh, so we've got a diddy one. I'm not sure what that's for yet. And then we got this one here that's got four pegs. Now remember which way they go around, because it does need to go. It does need to fit properly. So just below the board here, you've got a little connection. So you want the two little legs at the front going through on here. So we'll stick that on there, and then once you push in there, you'll hear a little click. Nice. And then we'll go over here, keeping it as kind of straight as possible, and in the stepper motor, same thing again, except the little clicky things are pointing towards that way, and they'll slip in like so. Bum bum. Making sure that's there like that. Cheers, done. Connected. Make sure you do that, because if you don't, it won't work. Using the cable ties supplied, these little bad boys, which is really good to cable tie and make it a cable management tidy. Now the thing I like about this is that they've thought about all these things. You know, they've thought about, oh, what about cable management? You know, we can't have cables everywhere. So many companies that I know that do these sort of things don't think about this sort of thing. So we do that, just, you know, just, there we go, nice, and do it nice, nice. And there's 3. There's our little antenna for our Wi-Fi. As I say, you need to put in the USB cable supplied. Is the USB cable supplied? Yes, it is. To set up the Wi-Fi, which we'll do. I'm trying to be as quick as possible because obviously this is going to be boring for you. It's always the boring part. Well, I like it. I like building, so it's kind of fun for me. Right, so just make sure that, you know, we've got a bit of slack on both, because obviously different temperatures and bits and pieces will make things expand. So you want a bit of slack on both, which I'm happy. These don't move at all. That is it basically. So, and then with your scissors or your side cutters or whatever cutters you got, just trim them off. And try and trim them off straight, because you don't want little sharp bits, because when you go across like that, yes, they are very sharp. Okay, so that's what that's doing. And now, oh yes, we get the big boy out. Okay, so let's pull this back here. Nice. I do want to put the legs on, and I'll show you why in a little while. Okay, so then once again, so now we've got the laser carriage. It says cut the cables. I still don't know what that little diddy one's for, but I've seen a little diddy here thing here on the micro switch. As I say, with the Pro, it's got all micro switches and bits and pieces, so it can't go too far and you know, blow up and random stuff. Okay, so this says to cut all them cables, which we did, and then it says in here there should be a cable just inside, it's just packed inside, just that one like that, and that goes into the other stepper motor. So there you go, that pops in, sun pulls, just like that, just like that. So then it says we need 4 times red bits, so we're in here, we should have 4 screws with red on it. So we got 1, 2, 3 and 4. There's actually 5, so maybe there's a spare, there we go, I don't know. And then on here, so these should be right. Okay, so this is not level here. Did you remember when I said to you I wanted to bring them all back, because of if that stepper, they both work at kind of the same time because of the shaft, but that's okay, because then all you need to do is loosen the shaft, loosen the first one on the shaft that says, so that little joiner, yeah, and then I'm just going to move that back. So that spun the little tension rod, sorry, and now they're both back, so we know that they're both going to be the same. So just don't panic if that's not like I just did secretly, because when you tighten that back up again, they'll work in unison. There we go, and they both go back. They can't go back anymore. That's where you want them to be, otherwise, you know, yeah. Okay, so which side is which? So the actual laser head that holds the laser head has got to be facing the Xtool sign, which is at the front. So this will sit, so let's just push this forward a bit so we get a space. Let's put these cables back. These fit in here, here, and these have got the red ones, so once again, really nice fitting there. Alrighty, so that's moving all very nice. Very nice. Okay, so let's see what's next. Oh, we've got a tensioner again. Okay, we've got the blue screw. There is a tensioner. Now this seems pretty alright anyway. It seems like it's been tensioned anyway, so that's quite good. I think they might have done that beforehand, I don't know, but it's tightened here anyway. So what we'll do, we'll just stick this blue, so it's the one with the blue end, and it's just one, and that screws in at the end. I missed that one, sorry, but that's the tensioner. Once again, it's already been tightened here, so it looks like it might have been left. They might do tests on these, you know, some of them. So the ones that you think, oh well, they're tight, well, they're the ones that you don't really need to loosen anyway. So I'm just not going to go mega tight with that, because you'll end up breaking it. So I'm just going to make sure that that is tight, which it is. So it's possible that they could come out the factory with this one and one side tested already, because that did seem very nice. This one might be just a bit loose. I don't know. We'll give it a go anyway. They feel pretty good to me, but you never know, do you? Right, so that is the tensioner bolt screw in. As I say, this is really easy on here. Right, so what's it say? So yes, here we go. Here's my little cable that looks very big on here. And it's saying to start plugging in stuff, which is down here, I believe. It's a bit of a pain because the board is right at the back, as you can't see, but whatever. So what we could do, so let's just do it upside down here. Can I do it upside down? Yes, I can. So like I said, this is the little diddy cable. Make sure you don't lose this or you will be stuffed. Make sure you put it the right way, so the two little nobules, which they go in that way, I believe. There's two little kind of holes that they clip into. A bit different from the other one, and this one's got two little knobby bits again. And make sure that pushes into that one, like so. Nice, done, dusted. Now these ones here are all color coded, which is really helpful. So you've got red, yellow and white, and they go into the corresponding connectors. Yes, plugs to sockets, something like that. So the best thing to do is to go to, just to make sure, go to that extent. And that's basically where you want to be nice. So just leave a bit. There is kind of like little, kind of like tape things where they've taped it. That's a good kind of marker really. So they will go kind of around there. I'll put it in the right way. And then before I go mega tight, I'll just make sure that it's all good and doesn't get in the way. Get that cable tie on. So I don't want to go mega tight. It's not good to go mega tight on cables with cable ties. And then if I just say do it on the side, if I then push it down, that's enough. You see, that cable's good, so it reaches that extent and it reaches that extent. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then chop the legs off like so. Like so, like so, boom boom, and we've got a cable tie left. But Nero's, there's no more holes, so there's maybe a spare cable tie. Who knows? I don't know. We'll find out. Alrighty then, so that is basically bish bash bosh. Then what we do, we get our laser. Oh yes. Okay, we get our laser. And we'll stick it in now. There is like a little wrench that needs to be tightened up, and it should fit. It should slot in. If not, what you have to kind of do, it goes down and then you hold it and it pulls out and pulls up. Can you see that? And then you go down again because it won't rotate. So what I need to do is just go down, go up, hold it, pull out, pull down, and go up until I can actually see that. There you go. That will fit in there. So let's push that down there, which is nice. Now there is a little thing that looks like a can opener here. That is so you can focus your laser. So whatever your surface you're on, you need that, and then tighten it up afterwards. So what I'll do, I'll just put it to this, just put it up for now because I don't know what we're going to do first, and then I can tighten it up. So push up, tighten, and then you don't want to go too mad, but as long as it's going to hold it there, I'm happy with that. That's not going to move. And then we have got our plug. Now come outside and over, and then we can go, then there's a little slot which kind of, so that makes sure we get the right way around. So just get that there, so we don't want any tightness on it, if you know what I mean. It needs to be a natural flow for the cable to go. Once again, you've got that little clip that sits towards you if you're at the back of here. You slide this in that little gap at the back, push it down, clip, down, and there we go. So there is, so that should go to both extents, which it does. It's not going to pull on the cable. No, it's all happy. Here we've got our little air assist. Now it does come with the air assist all ready to rock and roll. So I think I'm going to put that in now. I'm going to just do everything that I just did and take it back off again. So you push against the little clip at the back of the connector. I know you're not seeing what I'm doing, but once you see, if you see it in front of you, you'll know, oh yes, I know what he means. And then push that out like so, loosen that off, spin it, loosen it off, push, push, push. Right. On here you have, I don't know if this actually, if I can take this plastic off. This is the laser head itself, obviously. And you have got a little hole in the side. Now, you're saying air assist. What is air assist, Chris? Well, air assist, first of all, before you do anything, there's a little cap that pops into the air assist. You don't want anything getting caught in there like random stuff. Air assist will help to stop burning. So when it's lasering, the air will blow away any kind of like smoke, and even sort of like cool down the surface area, so you don't get burns marks as much as you would do without air assist. So that's why it's best to do air assist, otherwise you'll end up getting them sort of like charred there's a little thing in there, sorry. I've got to stop talking at the same time, but it's a bit hard when you're making a video. So on here, they cover the hole in here with like a little plastic sticker. Alrighty, and back. Wow, they really didn't want to get you to get that off. Anyway, so once you've taken the plastic off, just spin this round. And it's an 8mm, I believe. I've found my 8mm. So with your 8mm, don't over tighten it. It has got a little washer there, but just tighten it so it doesn't, you know, move. You know, I really don't want to go mega tight because otherwise it's yeah, just don't force it. Obviously this moves around by itself. So that would be our where our little pipe air assist comes in, which I think, you know, you should use if you want to do stuff properly. Then, you know, go for it. Now it's saying SD card. Okay, SD card, which does come with the SD card. So around the front here, if we could get this in shot as that falls down, of course it is, there you go. There's your SD card slot there, and it says for the pins on the SD card to face bottom, so it faces down. Okay, so then push that in, little click just like any other SD card clicks with a little click. So I'll put that back in my little bits and pieces. It does come with all little different types of Allen keys, so presumably if you want to do other stuff, but we'll get that off the manual. What's it say next in our lovely manual? It says basically what everything does. So yeah, I think we are, oh my golly gosh. So what's it doing here? It's saying tighten, loosened, la da da, da da da, da da da. I think that is it. That is it. That is built. That is simple as that. It's only me that makes hard work of everything.